How's it going, guys? It's me, Simon. This is my Tomb Suites walkthrough for Luigi's Mansion 3 and how to beat the Pharaoh Ghost. So let's begin. So to gain entry into the pyramid, go to the statue on the left hand side, pull the lever with X, open sesame, and now we've got entry into the pyramid. Once inside, head over to the tomb, press X, and inside you see the sleeping Pharaoh. But of course she's a ghost, and you've woken her up from her slumber, so she's gonna curse Luigi and send him to the deepest, darkest pit of the pyramid. So let's try and get ourselves out of this mess and get out of this pyramid. Head to the bottom left hand corner, you see a statue, start hoovering up the sand. If a snake comes and attacks you, turn around and flash the torch with A and that will take him out. So hoover enough sand so you can stand by the statue and pull the lever. And this will open this secret window that was on the right hand side over here. What we need to do now is to use ZL and build ourselves a slope with the falling sand so we can go into that entry like this. But stop here before you reach the top because there's going to be some arrows shot at us. So bring up Luigi with the right analog stick, go over to the pulley system on the far side, hoover it, pull. Now the coast is clear for Luigi, so bring Luigi over and climb up the stairs, but don't forget Luigi. Here there's some bats inside these pots, which I learnt the hard way. Started taking some damage, so I brought out Luigi, flashed them with the torch, and that took him out. Press X and then we go in the coffin and it spin us into the main area of this tomb suite. So our next task is to get to this door at the top of the pyramid. We need to solve some puzzles, so go to the left hand side door and this will bring out our first mummy. So flash the mummy with the torch and run behind one of these barriers and he'll run into it, and then you can hoover up his cloth and it spins him out and it turns out it's a ghost, so hoover him up and take him out. And once you've done that, we can enter that room on the left hand side now. Inside we'll find this puzzle. So for this puzzle we need to solve the weight system they've got for these animals. You can see a picture of a crocodile just above the green light. So for the crocodile we need a pot and two of these statues, and then you can go over to green light, flash your torch, and that will show you if it's correct or not. There you go, that's correct. And now the doors are locked, and from the ceiling we've got some spikes slowly coming down, so now it's a race. Now we've got deers, so for the deer have one pot and a statue, and that's also correct. And that moves us to the third and final animal, the elephant. For the elephant we're going to need 4 of those statues, so get rid of the pot, get that pot out there, and then get 4 of the statues which you can find around the sides here. So there's 2, 3, and the 4th final one over here. Drop that in and then quickly run over before you get squashed by the spikes. There you go, that's the weight of the elephant. So now we've completed this, a statue of the Pharaoh will come up with one of the levers that we can pull. There she is. So press X to pull the lever. So what this does is, in the main room there's the falling sand, it'll seal up part of the hole, so more sand will just get trapped in this room. So what we do is we complete these puzzles and it'll seal up the whole hole and it'll fill up with sand so we can reach that door. Of course there's some blockheads in this room as well that suddenly appear once you go back from the cutscene, so take them out. And now we're going to head to the next puzzle, which is on the other side of this room. So as you can see in this puzzle room, there's loads of snakes. and my Luigi was bitten, so I had to bring up Luigi and flash him with a torch to save him. So take out as many snakes as you can, and when you've got time, reach over to this statue over here, build yourself a ramp, but it's actually a trap. We've fallen for the trap, and some snakes with laser beams have popped out, and they're taking out these chains so the ceiling will collapse and crush us. So what we need to do now is to take out these pesky snakes from blocking us, and then head to each of these snakes. So build yourself a ramp like before while avoiding these pesky snakes. And then press ZL, ZR to do the burst to knock down each of these snakes. The one in the middle is easy, so go for the ones at the side first. And then a ghost also appears to try and slow your progress. Try and avoid him if you can, and just take out the snakes, and then eventually beat up this ghost. He's one of those creeper ghosts, so you might not see him, but you get clues to see where he is. Once you've completed that, the statue will be back and you can build yourself a ramp and then pull the lever. And another bit of the hole in the main room is now sealed, so more sand will be filling up. So since we're getting closer to completing the final puzzles, loads of mummies will appear. So take them out like before, flash them with a torch so they run, and hide behind the barriers so they crash themselves onto the ground. Just like this. And then you can hoover up their cloth, and then it will reveal which type of ghost it is. Flash them with the torch and take them out as normal by slamming them. And once you've defeated them all, the room is now cleared and we can head to the center room, which is just at the top, up these stairs. Or you can take the long way around, which I did. Yep, this room, enter here. So once you enter inside, hoover up the sand on the left hand side here. You find a ball, spear, shoot it into the middle of the door, and it will show this new room. Once we enter this room, it's a trap though. Poison gets pumped into this room and we lose life. 5 HP every time. So in front of that coffin there was this triangle spear, triangle, shoot it into the slot. The aiming for this game isn't that good, so there's another square I think at the front here, so hoover that up and put that into another one of the slots. And in this pile in the bottom right hand corner there's another spear, shoot that into the slot, and that leaves us with 2 more to find. The next one is inside this treasure chest, and it's a square, shoot that one in place, and then there's the final triangle which you can find in this pot. So go to the pot and press X and it fall out. So now aim for the last target at the top, boom, and we've solved the puzzle. And we didn't die from poisoning. So now it reveals another statue of the Pharaoh and the lever. If we press this, it will seal the final part of the hole in the center room. There we go. And now the room will start filling up with sand and loads of ghosts. It's like a ghost gauntlet. You're going to have to take them all out while the room fills up with sand. This could take a while, so I forwarded it. But you know how to take out ghosts by now, following this tutorial. So once you've taken out all the ghosts, you should be able to reach this door in the top left corner of the pyramids. Once you enter here, run up the stairs as quick as possible because the wall will start slamming into you, and if you get slammed, that's game over. Once you reach this cobweb bit, shoot a plunger at this pot and then smash it. Inside you find a torch, light the torch and then burn that cobweb down. now over at the hieroglyphics, press X and Luigi will copy the pose and he'll make his way back to the beginning of the pyramid. So there she is, the Pharaoh Ghost who sent us to the darkest, deepest part of the pyramids. It's time to get our revenge, and this is how to beat the Pharaoh Ghost in Luigi's Mansion 3. So she's laughing at us, but she's decided she's not going to use this form. She's going to turn into a pyramid made of sand. So her weakness is her face. We got to hoover up her face. That's how we get to her. But she's got this snake attack which you dodge and they stun themselves, and also this ground pound which you use ZL and ZR to jump over and then run it over as quick as possible to hoover up the sand off her face. And she's got this third attack which she'll ram you from underground, so try and dodge that, and when you get the opportunity, hoover up that sand from her face. And once you've hoovered up enough, some snakes will appear and they will shoot some spikes, so you need to dodge this, so don't stand too close. Once you've dodged them, go over a flasher of the torch, hoover up, and then slam her, take her HP down. So every opportunity you get, run over and hoover up as much sand as you can. And eventually, you get to her. She's got only 87 HP here. Flash her with a torch and this will be the final blow. Boom, bash, bosh. And that's how you defeat the Pharaoh Ghost in Luigi's Mansion 3. And you get the new elevator button as well. So guys, check out some of my other videos to help support my channel. Consider subscribing for more content like this. I'm Simon from LOG, Level 1 Gamer. Until next time, peace out.